Hello and welcome back to the Q5 Game Maps tutorial. I'm Andy Guider, here to help you visualize football. In this tutorial, we'll work through Super Bowl 49, drive by drive, to show precisely how a game map tells you the story. We'll take drive data and transform it into a game visualization. What would you rather look at? Let me show you how we do it. This game map is in reference to the Patriots, who won in dramatic fashion 28-24. Patriots offense had the first drive of the game, started at their own 18-yard line. Slightly bad starting field position since the 23-yard line is defined as neutral. The drive was 6 plays and 18 yards, ending with a punt. It took about 3.5 minutes off the clock. By no means a good drive, but definitely could have been worse. However, it does give the special teams unit a chance to create a long field for the Seahawks, and they do it. Seattle takes over at their own 16-yard line. The field cue marker for the second drive is blue for the defense, and it sits on the successful side of the plot. Seattle then goes 3 plays and 8 yards. A successful drive cue for the Patriots defense, again in blue. Compare the first two drive cue values. Note the distance of the drive cue markers away from the neutral line, revealing a different degree of success for each drive. About 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Patriots' second offensive drive is the third drive of the game and starts at their own 32-yard line. That's pretty good starting field position for the Patriots' offense, and the green field cue marker reflects this fact. The drive ends by interception with just less than 2 minutes left in the first quarter. That was almost an 8-minute drive, and you get the sense for the time of that possession based on the distance between the possession markers. Also, the first drive marker shows up. In the midst of all the action, the Seahawks start the next possession on their own 14-yard line. That's a very successful starting field position for the Patriots defense, and again, the location of the blue field cue marker reflects this fact. Seattle only moves at 12 yards before having to punt. Another successful defensive effort by the Patriots. After the change of possession, the Patriots get the ball at their own 35-yard line. Again, good starting field position for the offense, and they drive the ball for a touchdown. Note the location of the drive cue marker. You may ask, why is it not all the way at the top of the successful zone? This deals with starting field position. A team will receive a higher cue score when the touchdown results from starting field position on the extreme ends of the field. The next two drives for each team are 3 and outs, and then Seattle scores a touchdown with just over 2 minutes left in the half. New England then answers with a touchdown at 31 seconds left in the half. The great action continues as Seattle scores a touchdown with only a few seconds left on the clock. All of it captured very accurately by game maps. Coming out of halftime, the Seahawks stay hot on offense and take it 78 yards to kick a short field goal. A good show of strength, obviously not as good as scoring a touchdown. This brings up an interesting point. Over several years of NFL data, the Patriots defense consistently functions in this manner, allowing yardage but keeping teams out of the end zone. In 2014, the Patriots ranked right in the middle of the pack on yards allowed, but number 8 in points allowed. This is by no accident, and it reaches through coaching philosophy all the way back to personnel decisions. At a later time, we'll discuss how game maps and drive analytics helps unearth coaching and organizational philosophies. So moving on, the Patriots' next drive starts at their own 20 and ends with an interception. Now, about halfway through the third quarter, Seattle starts their next drive on the 50-yard line. Great field position after the turnover. It registers as a very unsuccessful field cue for the Patriots defense. Seattle scores a touchdown, which results in a large cue score. A great show of strength from very favorable starting field position. The next drive for New England goes nowhere. 1 total yard, and the drive cue reflects this level of unsuccessfulness. New England's defense gives up 33 yards on the next possession. Not great, but not horrible, and the cue score marker reflects this drive result. Then you can follow the action and the cue scores for the rest of the game as New England goes on to score 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and also take it away on the now infamous goal line play call decision. Quick note, if the Patriots or Seahawks had run a kick back for a touchdown or fumbled away a punt return attempt, the team and only the team, not the offense or defense, receives an additional appropriate drive cue score. Same thing goes for a missed field goal attempt. So with all these drive cues plotted for both offense and defense, we are ready to calculate the trend cue. The trend cue is a running weighted average of only the past few drive cues. At any time in the game, the trend cue weighs the most current drive heaviest, the previous drive less, and so on, again using only the past few drives. This accurately reflects the current performance or feel of a team, all drives, and offense or defense separately. Simultaneously, we present the game cue, a current sum of all the drive cues up to that specific time in the game. I divide that sum by the total number of drives in the entire game for that specific unit. This calculation works to show the cumulative effect of drive performance, in addition to what is currently going on up in the trend cue. The trend cue and the game cue work together to reveal the flow and the feel of a game without emotion creeping into the analysis. In the next tutorial, we will explore more deeply the interaction of the trend cue and the game cue. With that, our tutorial segment is complete. Thank you again for listening and visiting the Q5. I'm Andy Guider.